community members and supporters walked with the veterans to mark Treaty Day. Veterans Alan Knockwood and Al Oakley have been attending the event since it began in 1986.
It reaffirms our peace and friendship treaties that we have, and it's a very strong bond that we still hold dear and real. People often think of treaties as being pieces of paper that happened in the past. These are documents that are alive and well and a part of our culture.
The event included a reception at Government House with provincial officials and Mi'kmaq leadership. Oakley says,
I come here because for one thing it's an honor, for another thing you see all your veterans, and also you see the people from each reserve, plus you meet with the governor and you talk to the governor and so forth.
The 1752 treaty was made to make peace. The Crown promised the Mi'kmaq hunting, fishing, and trading rights. October 1st was designated a day to renew these commitments. Former Senator for Nova Scotia, Dan Christmas, explains.
When this area was being settled back in the 1700s, unfortunately there was war between the Mi'kmaq and the settlers. And the Treaty of 1752 was signed to end that war, to end those hostilities, to put an end to all the violence.
Knockwood says the treaties are about protecting each other.
But also we're smug in this, and we defend our treaty obligations as well. Our treaty obligation, for one example, the Watertown Treaty in the United States says that we will help the United States, so we have no problem in joining the American Armed Forces because of our treaty obligation to them.
The 1752 treaty was upheld in 1985 by the Supreme Court of Canada in the Simon case. In 1980, James Simon was found guilty of violating provincial gun storage regulations. He appealed and was acquitted on the right to hunt and fish protected by the 1752 treaty.
But the most important relationship is one of peace and friendship between settlers and the Mi'kmaq. Yes, we'll continue to have issues, but we strive always to resolve them in peace and friendship, that we remember the treaties, we remember what it costs, and we remember the price to pay if we don't.
Angel Moore, APTN National News, Jabuktuk, also known as Halifax.